Hello and welcome to another episode of Megabase of Chaos, where we take an old Factorio build and make it better. So, without much further ado, we will crack on with this. We're building a green circuit depot area. I don't know what you call it. And we've just built this bit, and now I think I'm going to simply replicate this, and we'll do this by taking that. There's careful to understand exactly what you're selected, and obviously if you're going to be there, you see I missed out those inserters, which are very important to have. It looks like I've got them there. I haven't got them there. It's night time. There we go. I've got them there. So they will place those inserters that were previously missing. Will place just get out of the way, and hopefully that will all be well. We've got a lack of items at the moment, so we need to go back. Let's just give him. Well, he's lost his. I think because we did this. No, if we do that one, that should. There we go. You go back up now. So we'll go back to the central base, Central Station 1, where we can pick up the items that we don't have. So, and that's how we play this. That's how we're playing this save, this map. So we're building this mega base. We've got our main. Some people call it a shopping mall, which is. Let me just show you on the map. Which is all this stuff. Now I think, may have gone too quickly for. Yeah, he's gonna have to go back because he's Let's just, if we add weight condition and circuit, that will mean he won't leave until we tell him to. So as I was just explaining, this area here kind of makes everything. And that produced, right, so that's gone. And then we drop stuff off, but then I have my inventory here. That's why, because I hadn't clicked personal logistics and auto trash, which I'm always forgetting. I turn it off when I want to carry more items than the auto trash allows me to, and then I forget to put it back on. So now I've put it back on. We can see my blue belts coming back in, and all the other good stuff I need, like inserters, and now we can go back. And the reason, what are those guys doing? They're adding. Oh, they're adding walls. We don't need walls. Let's leave before they get too excited. So we're going back to Green East 1, which is the green electricity depot. I'm going to call it a depot, but a depot is kind of a place where you just transit stuff. It's not where you make. Really, it's a factory. But look at that gorgeous fill of, actually we're going to add some concrete down here to make this nice and neat, which is something that is not often accused of my base of having. My base is not nice and neat. So we now need to, actually what we need to do is connect. So we're going to split this here. Oh, okay. I think if we turn it the right way, that might help. That's it. There we go. And then we go. We're connecting it there. We're taking it down there. So quick. Now, also, we need more copper wire. And we can do that. We've gotten this belt here. We may just, I think we may double this up. And the way you double up a belt is you do this little thing. that enables you to double belt, to have a double item. And that's on, and then we'll take it down. We don't have to be too concerned about positioning, because we just clean it up there, and then we take it in there, and then yeah, it needs, the last one goes here, and if that's needs to be gone, that's right, and that's the wrong one, and this often happens where you have to fiddle with it a bit. Come on, that should be right now. It's still the wrong way, and for some reason it didn't like that. There we go. Now we've got the copper wire going down. It probably still needs to be added again here, so let's do that quickly whilst we're here. We won't have to worry about anything, so I'll take it down. I think here. This one, yeah. Now, oops. No, we don't. Excuse me. We don't want to do that. I don't think you wanted to do that. Harry Enfield is really out of... it's really old now, isn't it? The material. It doesn't work. Some of his stuff is a bit... I don't know. So we could actually double... Okay, tell you what we'll do. We need to double. Let's get rid of that. And we'll put in these, because I found putting these pylons in makes for those substations, sometimes they're quite useful, particularly with mines. But I found with factories, you're better off using the pylons. So what we can do here, we can... Because that's slowing down slightly, we can make the belt, make that splitter go there and go there. There we go. So then we've got more output. And if we wanted to increase the amount of, if we go 1, 2, and we didn't select it again. So it's very important we select. Oh, she's just faffing around. But I'm going to leave a gap in case I want to change the layout of this belt. And he can... these should be green. But I think when I set this up, I'd run out of green. I just wanted to get things placed. So, and there you can see we've increased. Actually, I don't think we have increased it that much, have we? In fact, that looks like it's decreased, but that can't be right, can it? So let's put that back. I think when you're on board, when you input, if you're using the green, it collects the amount, and then it only puts it in when, so it's more efficient. But when it's outputting, I've never thought of that before. This is the thing with Factorio. It's you can miss things easily, and we've got on. Yeah, we don't want to. Well, it won't actually matter that much. The problem is, because 41 has already gone on there, it will need to go up to 200 for it to leave, or so it will consider it not full. And there's no more copper wire going on there. So what we do, we could just put the copper wire in here. Oh, it looks like the copper wire was taken from us. I didn't see it. Okay. So the capacity for this to do more work is quite large. mainly down to more copper wire being produced. No, we've missed it again. So it's so easy just right. And also I noticed then we broke the electricity for going north, and we want to keep, don't have to worry about that. The coal's going that way to the plastics factory. The iron, we've got plenty of iron. I think we could do with more, because it gets split as well. Let's go. Let's do a double. We'll add on extra. So there we go. This one now isn't producing as much as this one because the belt is full. So it will probably be worth taking this belt here and making its own belt. So now let's not do it that way. Let's go down here. Oh, we've got this Roboport in the way. I do not want to lose him because he's we'll give him, we've got to put that down, and then we give him his own. I'd used a blueprint where they have their own pylon, and so you just don't have to worry about any pylon issues. Now interestingly, that's so he's only, but there. Right, let's get this. That's not going to work. If we put a splitter here, now it gets kind of, and then we put a splitter there. We're getting the maximum. Well, it's not the maximum, is it? There is a way of, the best way to do this. If we added a splitter here, so watch how that then becomes equal and we have more space. The space is but then it's quickly filled up again. So you could, if you put another splitter there, well, when does it stop? And even that doesn't. But the output, see, that one is still. One way of solving it, of course, is if you go this way, but then you're kind of wasting a good bit of space that can be used for another producer, for another factory. But that now has all those copper wire. And let's look at the result of that down here. Let's put some lights down because it's getting a bit dark, and oops, no, we don't want to spam the thing, although it looks quite nice when it's, electricity is not infinite, so there you go. So there we can see. But we've only got two. I think we should have, yeah. So let's get rid of all, we've tried that out. Let's get rid of all this now. This is kind of nonsense. We'll just have one going in, and he can go in there, and this one can go in here. We'll get rid of that for the time being, just to see how we're doing. It'll be easier if it's the right way. I think we've got... there we go. So if we... So if he's going in there, and then he's going in there. But let's get more on the belts, because this is... But it is a balancing act, isn't it? I mean, we could put one in there. Let's put one in there. Because we haven't got all the... Well, if we do that... We could do it that way. But then he adds... There's too many being added into there. Unless, of course, we put it there. And then he could go there. Get rid of that. It doesn't seem to be doing anything. This could probably move forward. It's a case of balancing. You could do this mathematically, but then as soon as something changes, it kind of sends the ratios out the window, and you just have to do it manually anyway. So I've always... Now we've got a situation where we are using as much of the copper as we need, so we can... It looks like we need to mine more copper. So that's a good situation. Now, I think the way to do it is this way. If we do that, if we copy him, turn him upside down, and then copy the whole thing and put it there. Actually, let's put it there so that we can get all of the belt, the mine in. We need to... So this is where I would use my substation. It's just easier. And this has got to be... So it's just a case of copying this, turning it over, and bang. And then we could probably get... Well, definitely one more in here. And then we've got another belt of copper ore. We'll take up here. And then we'll add it. It's a shame it's not on the other side. We'll add it here. And there you go. In fact, what we'll do with this, we'll take half of it, and that way we put it on the other side of the belt, and then we've got both sides of the belt being used, and we've got 100% of the furnaces being used. And you know, it starts at the beginning, doesn't it? You really want this belt to be jammed with ore. I find that better. And then you've got a maximum output of copper plate. Here, I'm not so worried about having this maxed out, because you could just, you know, you are going to have to throw more resources at it. Having said that, I'm going to do exactly that. So, although that's the wrong one. I just want a plain one here. And there you go. He's even though it's not quite. Actually, if we turn this one off, get rid of that one, that'll leave that gap for there. We've got a continuous amount of copper plate in. We could probably have more copper plate, which would mean we'd install another furnace. In fact, let's do this because we're going to make this the biggest green production area. And so, and we're going to keep, yeah, we don't need that there. And is that on the blueprint? I think it is. If we look at the blueprint here, just do a quick edit. No, that wasn't on the blueprint, so I added that. But I'm going to take that blueprint, that furnace blueprint, and I shall add it here. We've got a problem. Okay, what's the deal with this train line? We had said it was going to go north. However, if it goes, yeah, okay, I think we're going to put a kink in it so that we can make it a bit more. The night is upon us. So, just so that we've got more space, it would make sense. Now, is it shift? Yeah, if you press shift, there you go, something I just learned. And that's the great thing about Factorio. You never stop learning. There's always a little thing that you can do that you didn't realize you could do. And there are, in the community, there are some great tutorials created by players. I suggest you go and look at those. Catherine of Sky. I always mention her because her name's easy to remember. There are other ones, but I can't remember their names. I should really put it in the notes, shouldn't I? I have the power to do that. All the people I learn from, because there are quite a few. Doshington, he's another one that I can remember. Is that 1, 2? No, that's too big. So I make my rails 2 rails wide, and I do that because when so that's going to come close. I'm not that worried about that. There we go. When I do my junctions, I found that keeping... What the hell is that? Where? Okay, that's not... Oh, no, it's here. Okay. I was getting worried for a minute. Why is that? That doesn't need to... This can be deleted. That's nothing. Yeah. This is... I wish it wouldn't do that. So this is the junction I use. And, of course, this bit of the railway is not... You see, this is the problem when you I mean, the example is here. When you have a non-standard... Oh, I didn't want to do that. Let's put that back. And yeah, there's no signal. When you have a non-standard size, so you do, you make it thin and you make it wide, it creates this obscene issue of different sized rail. Now I can change the rail here without having to change that bit. I can do it later. So there you can see, let me just show you. This is I'm getting very tutorial-y on this one. So that's the right distance. So now I can just slap him down. Although, here you go, if I press shift, so there you go, shift, and what happens is the trees also get, so you can quickly, and then we're picking up the rail that we previously got rid of. So now we've got a junction. Oh, we've got to get rid of this now. Well, we can do it as we can put the correct distance. Here again, I'm not going to worry too much about the difference when it goes into that bend, because we'll just do this, make sure, and then we select the rail. That's too much, so sometimes you have to go back a bit just to get the right. No, not that. That's not good. There you go. Right, I'm behind the tree. There we go. Wunderbar! So now we have a fully working rail junction with signaling, so there's no crashes and everything's spaced nicely. And now, having done that, I am able to extend my furnaces. Now, what I want to do is extend them and use that input, because it looks like it's been overused here. So I might split. That means I'll leave a two gap. We're going to have a problem with electricity, but we can solve that with the other type of. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy the whole of this, put it there, and that will give me enough space to, let's say, move this one up. There we go. And I want to connect. Wow, that looks like, yeah, we're going to build another copper wire because we need it. Let's put in just connect it there, and here I could use a substation. Why not? Yeah, let's do the substation. It's just easier. I'm going to get rid of that. There we go. Actually, no, it can be closer. And then make sure the blue areas where it, and we're going to add an extra to keep that connected up. So now, and of course we've run out of green inserters, and we've run out of green, but it doesn't matter. I'm not worried. I'm just going to crack on. So I'm now going to do the same with this. I'm just going to copy and paste, and copy and paste. It's a beautiful thing in Factorio once you get used to it, and because I used to create everything by hand and not really bother too much about. So the reason why there's none on the other side, but I just do that because just to get it going. Oh, and we've run out of belts as well. So we could ghost it, I suppose. So if we copied that and then did that, well, that's not going to. And yeah, it comes in on this way. No, it comes in here. There we go. Actually, we could just... but the problem is... Well, I'll use a red here and then we'll fix it later. So, yeah. Okay, that's not going to work, is it? Yeah, let's just go get some more. And so we can see the green filling up here. We could probably justify maxing out this now. I mean, it's only a... But that will get more green into the steel chests, and so we're not wasting any production time. It is still on. Let's add circuit in and that just allows it to wait until we tell it to leave. So here we go. We need blue. That'll come. Here it comes there. And we're filling up. And we need to get rid of this stuff. Just send it on its way. We don't need these. This one. This one should be in here anyway. I think we're nearly full. We can leave that one out. That one doesn't need, we don't need to keep that. And again with that one. Because we just copy and paste it. And that one. Sometimes, I don't know why they... I suppose because I'm Xing it all the time. And when you press X, it's that's cut. Right, let's go before these guys get... Because I think we've got everything. Pickers, yeah. I always call them pickers, not inserters. It's the same with the accumulators. I call them batteries, but I guess a battery is used to make an accumulator, and that's why you can't call it a battery, but I still do. Okay, there we go. Look at that. We just quickly... That's coming down there. That needs an extra bit of metal. So instantly, we've got 2 more belts of copper wire, which is excellent. And we can just pop those in. Oh, I think it looks like we're actually running out of... You just have a look. I just need to do that. Yeah, we're running out of metal. So let me just have a look. Hold on, let me just pause it a minute. Okay, and we're back. Sorry about that. Real life interrupted again. The tarantulas got out of there. No, I don't have tarantulas. That would be a funny thing for a Let's Play audience. Right, so we're now at a situation. We do not have enough iron, which is a fantastic situation to be in. Look, we've got all this lovely iron back here that we could be putting onto this belt. No, don't do that, because if you... Okay, yeah. I thought he was putting iron into his doodah, and that was that makes steel. When you put iron into a doodah, now when you put steel into a steel furnace, you make... When you put iron, sorry, into an iron furnace, you make steel. Flipping out. Okay, so I need to take this on one side. I can do that. That's doable. There we go. And that way we have one side of iron, one side of copper wire. Now, we may need to do this twice. Which we can do, of course. And this is where it starts to get messy. This is why I like bots. But for something like copper, iron, and copper wire, you're dealing with a huge amount of stuff. And so it's just a pain to... Okay, so what we could do Well, first of all, yeah, we can bring... Oh, we can't... Here's where it's going to get tricky. So these... Right, this is what we're going to do. First of all, this is not. And then we're going to do another one. And then that's going to pop down here. Because that side does not have enough. Now it has more copper coming in. Well, we've now got enough. So here, well, we haven't got. There we go. Another one here. See, the problem could be alleviated by long inserters. We could bring in the copper wire this way and then turn around, but we would lose because we can't bring... Yeah, so we're going to have to lose a... So this is what we do. These are so cheap that it doesn't matter if you use lots of them. So the whole... Yeah, then we're just going to put that whole belt. But if we do that, we're going to lose that. No, we're not. That will be fine. So he's coming down. So that's coming down here. This means we can't do a double train unless we did it that way. It's getting very complicated, isn't it? That's what we're going to do. And again, this is about, you know, you've got to play around with it a bit and see where the best... I mean, the easiest thing to do is just see how other people do it and just copy them. But, you know, I never really wanted to do that. Not because, yeah, it just didn't seem... I wanted to do as much as I could on my own. And I still have that way of playing. Because it's nice. The discovery is a fun thing. Obviously, you're watching me do this, so... but you have to learn a good chunk of stuff from other people with Factorio, because it is hard. So look at that full belt there. It only feeds 3 factories. So every 3 factories, I've got to bring an outside belt in. Why is that not working? That's the wrong one again. I've just done it again. No, I think I did it again. Oh, it's this one. You don't leave that there. Okay. Well, that is looking really nice. It's still not optimized. We still could bring more. We'll bring more copper down here. But saying that, oh, we've got another belt. So we've got a whole new copper belt coming in, and we can use this. Well, what we can do, we can add this to it here, and what we'll thread it even further by splitting it. And then We can do that. I can never remember if that... Yeah, that does work. If you put a an underground one on there. So that belt then augments. It's still quite slow. So what I'm going to do is do it even... Oh, we can't do that because actually, well, that does work. That, you know, that belt does get filled, but I was going to turn it around. We could probably still... We are filling up, but there is gaps there, so we can even further split that belt. And okay, so what we'll do, if we did it here, if we did it there, then we can take, yeah, we can take this belt, and you know, I actually like doing all this, so this isn't really a pain. In a way, it feels like knitting is yes. You know, my grandmother used to knit, and this is my version of it. So there we go. And if we look here now, it still could be more. But then if you look at these, we've got 2 full belts, half a belt full, we've got this belt, so we are pumping in quite a bit of copper wire. Even though here, oh, we've run out of copper plate. Okay, well, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna leave that now. Is that I've noticed that train's not come in. Oh, he's, yeah, that's why. So let's bring him in, and then we're going to add, oh wow, yeah, we've got, so if I press shift, that should still, yeah, it should still work. So we need to add extra wagons. We've got enough steel to make another one? Or is it iron? There we go. And I think we have to reset this because when you add or take away, is that right? Full cargo, yeah. When you add a take away, it kind of doesn't take that into account. So when you say full, well, it's still, but it's not full, is it? Because it's empty. Okay then, and obviously I'm going to have to take this train. So I'll tell you what, next time we'll go and refill, and yeah, and that's the end of this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. We're building lots of basic infrastructure and producing, and hopefully increase the production of everything. Okay, thanks a lot, Em, and goodbye.